Are you a Christian coach, consultant leaders, using free discovery session to increase your sales revenue? If yes, then today's video is for you. I will show you 5 simple yet powerful tips to increase your sales conversion by properly prepare and conduct your free discovery sessions. Coming up for you in today's episode. It's all about empowering you to become that Christian CEO that God has called you. Hi, Katie here. Today we're going to do a little bit differently. I would like to serve you like mini workshop style. We want to dive right in to help you to increase that sales conversion during your free coaching or consulting sections. All right. So let's go. So the first thing is you need to be really clear about what and value. What do I mean by that? It's you have to be very clear about what kind of results and value you can produce for your clients. And you gotta formulate it in a very compelling summary for them. For example, if you are in the wellness industry, let's say you are promoting a specific type of program for the bride-to-be, and you help them to fit in that wedding dress before their wedding day, make sure they look good, right? So you probably can formulate, instead of say, I will help you to lose 10 pounds in the next week or month or so. That is a little bit vague because that doesn't bring a whole lot of value and specific result for the bride-to-be. But if you say, hey, I help the bride-to-be to lose that stubborn tummy fat before their wedding day in 30 days, right away the value increased in the bride-to-be's eyes. As we know that the bride-to-be, they are not really buying your product. What they are buying is the results, that how they can make themselves feel much better. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. And also, when we say be very clear about whom you serve, the approach is you gotta go 1 inch wide but 1 mile deep about them. I have seen so many coaches and consultants do the opposite way around. They don't know their tribe intimate enough. You need to know their current and urgent pain. That's a key phrase. Current and urgent pain. And both externally and internally. So for example, they're just trying to use that bride-to-be again. The same product, but then you say, I help the bride-to-be to lose that stubborn tummy fat with my specific program and service in 30 days so they can fit into that wedding gown beautifully and many years to come to cherish when they see their photo in the wedding album. Okay, I just kind of made it up on the go, but you know what I mean. You see, in this way, because I know 1 mile deep about that bride-to-be, I can imagine that she woke up in the morning and she look at the mirror and she look at her tummy and look at the dress, hang next to her, and she look at the dress and look at her tummy. You know what's the urgent pain? It's that, right? The tummy fat. But that is just on the surface. But internally, she already started to think, my goodness, if I don't look good on that dress, they're gonna take so many pictures of me, and then for years to come, I'm gonna look so fat, I'm gonna look ugly in all the photo albums. See that? So that is about that, how clear that you need to know about whom you serve. I hope this makes sense. Let's go next. Number 2, be super sharp at your positioning. Now, this is a goal. I'm gonna give you some killer converting script to get them so excited about your coming free section. But this is also the secret to prime their mind so they will say yes, a much easier yes for you for that sales. Okay, let's try. Use this. Again, have that bride-to-be in mind, right? This is what we will cover during our discovery session, Mary. Let's give her a name. And we say, hey, Mary, we will work together to create a crystal clear vision about what kind of result, fill the blank. Let's say, what kind of exercise that it suits you. And maybe we also have to think about these nutrients, the product will combine well with your favorite diet, a favorite food, or your habit of how you do exercise, and so on, right? Then we say, you probably also gonna uncover some hidden challenges. Everybody's a bit different, Mary, but sometimes people just got stuck and cannot go further. So in our session, we will figure those things out so you will not be stuck and then you can get the result you want. And you will leave that session with clarity, re-energized, and you are empowered to finally get that result that you want, which for Mary in these ways. So Mary, I'm so excited. I think in that 30 days, in our session, you will be very, very clear about what you should be doing in the next 30 days and how you can get there. You see, that's very different, right? Because a lot of coaches, they just say, oh, let's just hop on a call for 30 minutes. For you, you might feel like that it's very valuable. It's 30 minutes of time. It is. The problem is the way you communicate, the perceived value in the receiving end from your prospect perspective is not that much. Therefore, if you use this formula, use what I just shared with you, then it will create a very different result. Now, let's go on. Number 3, you need to spy on them the moment they make an appointment with you. Many coaches make this mistake. After the prospect make appointments, they just wait and do nothing. Okay. Then what you will figure is you will hop on a call with a pure stranger. You cannot find that connection to start with. You need to find any common ground to create rapport. Nowadays in social media, it's so easy. You can go to their social media profile in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and so on, and to see what you can find and what kind of common ground you can find. You also want to maybe find any accomplishment to praise them. I remember one of my high-end clients a couple months ago that I found that he had a TEDx talk, actually many years ago, but I dug it out and I listened to it, I watched it. So during our very first discovery call, I complimented on him about the XYZ points very specifically. And he was very surprised. And I got a big yes from that discovery session. So it is important, right? Next, find any areas they might need to improve beyond the obvious ones. So you can bring it up at the right time in the right way. That is the key phrase. In the right time, in the right way. Now, it may not be the right time at all during the discovery session, then don't bring it up. Because what you don't want to do is you right away point out their flaws. Nobody would add that. So can you imagine, for example, if I have a prospect, hop on discovery with me, and I already went to visit her or his website, then when we hop on a call, the first thing I say is, I went to a website, the copy is lousy, the call to action is not there, and then the graphic is terrible. Do you think that I can get them signed the contract to say yes as a coaching client? No, because nobody want to be pointed out the flaws first. The people, they want you to believe in them first, right? So, but this is more like for yourself homework. You prepare yourself, know that maybe there are other areas on the top of the key points you guys gonna discuss. So you are well prepared. Make sense? Number 4, I want you to get organized. The moment that your prospect make the appointment with you, I want you to create a folder in your computer for them. Because in this way, as the time goes, and later on we're also gonna talk about follow-up, that you are ready to pour out the data and materials, the conversation content, you'll be able to serve them much better way, right? You want to have maybe name and other information you found, the date you met, the conversation you had, and then more importantly, follow-up dates and note, right? It's super, super important. Number 5, follow up with system. I'm sure you have heard of this. Money is in the follow-up. Because it doesn't matter how high is your sales conversion is. I don't think it's 100% all the time, right? That means you will always leave some money on the table if you don't follow up. First of all, if you get a yes to agree you're going to work together, congratulations. Then make sure you follow up professionally. You email them with a proper contract, payment terms, and thank you or encourage note, something like looking forward to working with you, right? Then if you did not get a yes, that's okay too. But get their permission to put them on your email list, because now you have a way to continue nurture that relationship, right? Well, except that you don't like each other during the call, then of course not. But let's just say you like each other, but the prospect is not in the right timing just yet, right? In this way, you will leave a sweet taste if you have some free offer can give them. Next, depends on the situation, you can follow up with the email sequence after 8, 16 weeks and so if you have any special offers as well. But now you can see if you did not get them on your email list, it's not possible for you to follow up with them afterwards. There you have it, the 5 pro tips to help you to increase the sales conversion during the free coaching sessions or free consulting sessions. You can download this Rock Your Free Coaching Session guide, these slides, at kellybutler.com/learn. Do you like this video? Is this helpful? If yes, please give us a thumb up and subscribe and turn on that bell so you will get notified when the next value bomb session like this to your inbox. Do you want to build an impactful and profitable online business which aligns with your calling, but you don't know where to get started, or you like to regain that clarity and momentum based on biblical principles? Let me be your guide so you can stop circling the mountains, finally build a successful business, and own the sphere influence that you are called to. Visit kellybutler.com/shine.